Well, Omar, it was a obviously disappointing ending to the game at Port Vale. Have you and the lads had the chance to kind of pick the bones out of that one?
Yeah, we've had a bit of time to kind of, evaluate that. It's not the way we want to end any game, but there's positives that we can take from it. Going down the first half, we weren't at our best, and they're going to have a spell. But we came out second half and we gave it a good goal. And I think it's a good positive to know, away from home, giving it a good goal, getting in the lead. It's a positive, but it's a learning curve, this experience. I don't think we've been in a scenario where we've lost the game in extra time sort of thing. So massive learning curve. We've got a young set of lads as well in it. So I'm pretty sure that we'll be fine, and you won't see too many of those.
And not just a young team as well, it's also a team that are relatively new together. So I guess these kind of experiences help shape the group.
Yeah, you could say so, but I don't want that to be a bit an excuse. We've got enough experienced lads that are, know what it takes. So yeah, it is a new group, but I think we've got enough of a good mix to put things right. Yeah.
From a personal perspective, how's your football been this summer? Obviously, you're back in an area where you're from and where your family are. So has that helped you enjoy your football on the pitch?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, being away from home and obviously now being a father as well, that plays a part in wanting to come back close to home, being around family, and it has been really, really good. Really enjoying my time. And playing for a local team, kind of means something as well. I remember I used to ride my pedal bike past the stadium to go to work. So yeah, nice, good memories. So it is good to be here, and hopefully, we can do something special.
And obviously, aside from that result at Port Vale, it has been a positive start to the weekend. How are you feeling about how things have gone?
Yeah, no, good. So far, so good. If the first block of 10 games, I'd like to think we're in a good position. Not many teams always start well with such a new squad, a lot of changes, and injuries as well. But I think we've done well. I think we've coped well. I think the new lads have settled in well. The likes of like Alex Mitchell coming in on loan, done really well. I just think there's a lot of positives, and I think we've done very well so far. The next challenge is the consistency and improving the start that we've had, because I think we've got a lot more to come from us here.
In that defensive unit, obviously, it's a kind of a three centre-backs, and you're that one in the centre, and also that kind of experienced head as well, with the likes of Alex Mitchell, when he's 20 years old now, Dan and Shad still relatively young. So how are you finding that role of the kind of more experienced figure in that defence?
Yeah, no, I take pride in being very vocal during games. So the responsibility is on me to be very vocal and to get the line up and so on. So yeah, no, I enjoy it. And I guess the boys help me feel young again. Playing next to Alex, playing next to Shad or Haps. So yeah, no, it has been good playing with the lads. And I think, to be honest as well, I'm not going to take all the credit, because they're quite vocal throughout the game as well, which is good. It helps us. So yeah, I think we've all done well, leading the line, driving the boys up, and it gives a good starting point for the rest of the team to get a press on. So yeah.
And are you seeing them improve? Obviously, Dan Happy's played a lot of games at this level, but the likes of Shad and Alex, this is their first time playing League Two football. Are you seeing improvements in them?
100%. I think the pair of them, they've taken it to like a duck to water, really, as if they've never really been out of place. And I think, yeah, it's credit to them. They're both physically, very well conditioned. So yeah, I think they're gonna have a real positive season, the pair of them. Going to be challenged for places as well. Do you know what I mean? Which is good for us as well. It keeps everyone on their toes. So yeah, it's a lot of positives, really. A lot of positives. So hopefully we can just continue that, keep up the consistency, and yeah, see where it takes us.
Talk there about keeping everyone on their toes. Obviously, it was a positive result in midweek with 4 goals. That'll definitely give the gaffer some good selection headache, shall we say?
100%, yeah. Good problem to have in it. So yeah, and it's good to have that habit of winning games, which helps confidence, and it obviously puts a lot of pressure on those that are starting. When gaffer goes, you know what, I'm thinking about chucking him in now. And I think, yeah, stuff like that is what drives standards to be at an all-time high. So yeah, as long as we can keep, winning, keep the performances. I think the boys done really well done. Yeah, very impressive during the game, along with so many others. So yeah, I just think, yeah, as long as we can continue to do well in those cup competitions, I think it's going to bode well for us in the league.
It's also those cup competitions are giving a chance to some of the younger players, and some of them that have come through. Dan in particular spoke about you being a kind of taking them under their wing coming through. But what have you made of that kind of young crop coming into the first team?
Yeah, no, I'm surprised, to be honest. I came here and I come from the likes of Crewe, where they massive emphasis on young players, and I've just looked at the young lads that we've got here and I'm like, we've done very well. I think they've done very well with those that are coming through. the two international boys, like Shad, Dan coming through now, who's had an impressive pre-season and got his pro contract. And I've been a coach prior to getting into professional football, so I kind of take pride in sharing advice or whatever. So I just do my bit where I can, but they're like a sponge, so they're willing to just take it all on board, which is really good, and I think that's going to do very well for them. So yeah.
On to the weekend now, and it's a long trip up to Barrow. No doubt a difficult game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Tough place to go. I think, don't get me wrong, at the same time, I know that there's teams that have got results there. So it's not exactly, a fortress, such we say. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge regardless. And we take pride in wherever we go to make sure we step away with 3 points as best as possible. So yeah, we're going to give it a real good go. And hopefully, we're doing our best to prepare best for this game, and hopefully we can step away with the maximum points.
I mean, Barrow coming up to the Football League was probably against the odds to begin with, and to stay in there, they're doing really well and probably overperforming. But do you think that kind of being against the odds kind of unites teams like that, and certainly towns like that where they are the focal point of their community? Yeah,
you could say so, but I think that's like done and dusted, really. Like, name aside, they've recruited well. They've got a manager who knows the league. They've got players that are good enough at this level. So it's not little old kind of Barrow. We're not going into the game thinking that. Well aware that they're a team that can challenge, and they've got very good results this season. So, it's very tight in where we are. So we don't want that gap being closed. So we really want to, we're going to be treating them with the utmost respect, knowing exactly what their strengths and weaknesses may be, and hopefully giving us a good starting point to step away with all 3 points.